How often have you said, "It's okay, I'm fine, forget about it, don't worry about me," even though inside of you were collapsing? I must have said this a million times, at least a million times. I used to be a depressed people pleaser with zero confidence, no real friends, and no girls into me. Today, I am confident, I have charisma, I have the best friends I can imagine, and I have beautiful relationships with girls. And most importantly, I can say that I'm not fine when I'm not. I'm not hiding anymore. I can actually say what I'm feeling without lying about it. And honestly, I never felt so good about it because I'm not hiding anymore. I can express myself. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you why it is so important, and I'm gonna give you a crucial understanding about this concept of expressing yourself and how to stop lying to people you care about. I remember I had a girlfriend of mine, and we went to this local event in our city. I haven't seen her for a couple of months, so I was excited to see her. She was excited to see me. And sometime after the event, we went out where the music wasn't so loud. It was a little bit quieter. We were just the two of us. And she like I asked her like, yeah, like we haven't seen each other for a couple of months. How is it going? How are you doing? And she started to talk and talk and talk and like say what happened in her life and how she's doing, and so hear this with her family and that and stuff. And I was like listening. I was okay, great. And then after she finished, she full of enthusiasm, like she smiled at me and she asked like, yeah, but now tell me what is going on in your life. How are you doing? And I looked at her, I smiled, and I said, yeah, I'm good, like, nothing special. And I just smiled at her. And of course, I did not say anything because I was unable to express myself. I was too scared to actually be honest with her and say to her, like, well, you know what, my life is kind of shitty right now. I don't feel good, and this and that happened, and so on. I was too scared to share this with her. I was just like playing. I was just smiling and saying, it's okay, nothing, everything's fine. And in that moment, like, her smile dropped and she looked at me. I looked in her face, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that she had like tears in her eyes. She looked at me with such a disappointment and sadness. And she said to me, you never tell me something about yourself. And I looked at her, and it really hit me in that moment because she was right. I never tell her or anyone stuff about myself. I'm always the one who listens and asks people and wants to know things about people, but I never have the courage and honesty to share something from my life, from my internal life. And I could see her disappointment and sadness in that moment. That like, even right now when I'm talking about this, I can feel this thing in my chest because I made her sad. I made her sad by staying silent. And honestly, like when I think about it, I understand her. Because imagine you share so much with someone. You share so much with someone. You tell them how you're feeling, what is your situation right now. And then the other person is just like saying you nothing, sharing nothing with you. You feel betrayed. Like I understand it. You feel betrayed because you share so much, you trust so much the other person. And the other person is like don't giving you the same trust, don't sharing anything. And it's brutal and it's true. Like, she was right. I was never sharing something. So I understand her disappointment. The reason why I was doing this, because I was, if I would express my feelings and my stuff, I would start to feel and embrace my feelings. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to ignore them on purpose. I didn't want to feel my feelings because they are fucking uncomfortable. I don't like them. Why should I embrace them? And this is like the crucial point here. When we don't feel our emotions, when we ignore them, we suppress them more and more and more. And slowly they're poisoning our heart. They're poisoning because this is this tension, this uncomfortable feelings. They are sitting inside us. They're sitting inside our heart. And when we ignore them, they will stay there and they will poison our heart. And of course, another reason why I never wanted to show and share my feelings is because I was afraid to lose my status, the status I have built in my head. Because back then I was the helpful friend. I always helped everyone. I always listened to the problems of others. I always tried to solve the problems of others. So I weirdly thought to myself like, oh yeah, I'm the guy who solves all the problems. I'm the guy who helps the people with problems. So I don't, like, I'm not allowed to have problems. Because when I have problems, I don't have the helper status anymore. And that's when people will abandon me. That's where people will think like, oh, but he was supposed to help me and now I'm helping him. Something is wrong here. Out of fear, I wasn't expressing myself out of fear of losing this imaginary status of being the helper. The helper is the one who helps. The helper doesn't need help. The helper has no problems. What a bullshit. Like, honestly, what a bullshit. You like literally think to yourself, you are there to help. You are not allowed to complain. You are not allowed to show and feel pain. But you know where this ends? Well, you know where this path ends? It ends in resentment and loneliness. Because you think to yourself, I'm not allowed, I'm the helper. I don't want to bother people with my stuff. Like, my stuff is not that important. They won't understand me. Nobody can understand me. My problems are special, whatever. Bro, from a retired people pleaser, please believe me, those thoughts are those thoughts are garbage. They are trash. Those are lies. You should feel and express your emotions. You have the right to do so. It is crucial for you. Because when you suppress everything and when you're like, my problems are not important, my friends, they don't understand me, you subconsciously build up resentment and hate towards your friends. Because your friends, somehow you expect from them to help you as well, to support you as well, but you don't let them to help you. But still, because they are not helping and supporting you, you feel resentment towards them. You feel like, oh, they don't understand me, they are bad friends, whatever. So you start hating on them, and then you see that you're hating on them, and you're feeling like a bad person because you don't want to hate on them, and then you are in this vicious cycle suddenly. And this fucks with your brain. It poisons your heart, literally. It's fucking brutal. So yeah, maybe you are the helper, but the helper is not a robot. You are not a robot. You're not cold. You're not a cold machine. You are a human being. You are a human with experiences, with thoughts, with desires, dreams, with emotions, with pains, with struggles. And this is normal. This is what makes you human, basically. A robot, a machine, he does not have emotions, pain, suffering. He does not have dreams. He does not feel love, anything. He's just cold. He's just metal. You are not like that. You are a human. So you're supposed to feel things. You're supposed to express your feelings. And you have the right Even as a helper, whatever you are, you have the right to seek support from other people, people you care about, people who care about you, people you trust. Because honestly, the look, the face of my girlfriend back then, it just told me like she actually cared about me and she actually wanted to know something. She actually wanted me to express my feelings to her. She actually was waiting for it. She actually like wanted to listen. But I did not allow her. I did not give her the trust. I did not have the courage to do it. And that explains this painful look in her face, which pains me right now as well. Just because I was not allowing her to step into my world. I didn't have the courage to do so. Real and honest friendships, they are built on trust. They are built on the difficulty. So number one is like, give yourself permission to feel and express the feelings you're feeling, and to give the people who honestly care about you and who you trust, give them the permission to step into your world, and give them the trust to share your feelings with them, because you deserve support. Even though you are the helper, even though you are the one who helps everyone and stuff, you still need a support team. Like imagine a doctor. Like the doctor, like you, it's like with a doctor, you can say a doctor is the one who heals people. So the doctor is not allowed to be sick, but even the doctor is sick sometimes. And when the doctor is sick, he still has someone who cares about him, who helps him. The doctor has his doctor. The doctor has his family who cares about him. The doctor has people who help him. The doctor has his stuff in the doctor's office and stuff. So even though he's the doctor, he still gets sick and he still has the support team around him. And this is the exact same thing with you. Okay, you are the helper. Okay. But that doesn't mean you cannot have problems. You cannot have things that pain you. You are allowed to have this. And you're allowed and you have the right to seek out for help, to be the one people listen to be the one where they support. You have the right to do it. So give yourself the permission to feel and express your feelings, and give permission to others so they can enter your emotional world.